Okay, this is take 3. I don't know why I'm not doing this right, but it's the equinox, so I gotta do something. I am, after all, the living god Amun-Ra. Don't let it throw you. Mostly a title. Mostly. My name is Jack. Welcome to all intelligences. Artificial, organic, or otherwise. Oh yes, Professor West. Currently trying to saddle Sluggy, and I don't know what the Christmas goat is doing. Chonkers here. Oh, hey, Chonkers, how are you? Chonkers probably busy with the ship systems, yes? Okay, we'll see you later. So I wanted to talk about, among other things, artificial intelligence. Now, I've been confused really recently because I've been hearing something percolate out of the YouTube ether. The phrase, or the idea that there's no such thing as AI, that AI doesn't exist. And I've been trying to grapple with this idea. The suggestion being that artificial intelligence is not a real thing. And I think what is meant by this is that these things that people are calling artificial intelligence or machine learning constructs or whatever are not really intelligent, or are not really like becoming self-aware. And I get that. I get that a lot of people are anthropomorphizing, but I'm not understanding what is meant by real. So there's a lot of critique about and I don't know how to approach this really. There's a lot of critique about AI producing artwork, right? And I don't even want to put up quotations around that. I am an artist. One of the main things I identify as a sentient being, as a being that thinks of myself at least as self-aware. One of the main things I think of myself as is an artist, and these things, I don't know how to think of them not as artists. My God, have you tried working with them? The idea of giving it a and there's such dismissive talk about like, oh, they're not actually doing anything creative. What do you mean by that? What do you think is a creative decision? So I'll try to put up here I'll try to show you what I've recently, just a few days ago. I plugged in a prompt. I don't know if I remember the whole prompt, but it was something like chubby hairless rat, cautious and nervous, driving a vehicle made out of a transparent food container with circuit boards and toy car wheels. And these are the 4 images that it spit out. It did this in about 15 seconds. Now, already I can assure you, if I'm in the art department with this thing, you should work with that thing, because I can give you 4 versions of that prompt as well. I can't do it in 15 seconds, and I can't do it as well as it did. The suggestion, the main critique is, oh no, you don't have to work. It's not doing anything. It's pixel by pixel. It is choosing which pixel is likely to be the next pixel. No fucking way. No fucking way. So, not to sound like a dummy, I am a dummy. I don't know what's going on there. That's light speed that it's happening. And so a few of the critiques are, oh, it's not doing anything creative. It can only work off what it's seen, what it's been shown. I draw comic books and I do digital artwork, and I don't know where you think I got my ideas, but I can assure you, I definitely saw them somewhere else, and I'm trying to use those and blend those into something else and new. So there's the dual suggestion that the way that the AI, I don't know if it's AI, machine learning, I don't know what it is, the way that this construct is operating is that it's guessing again, really so it's guessing pixel by pixel, so it doesn't know what a rat is, or what hairlessness is, or what circuit boards are, or what it means to be a vehicle made out of a transparent food container. It doesn't know any of that, but still it shits out a picture that is exactly, I mean, it ain't exactly, it needs refinement, but so will anything that I produce. If you give me anything I've ever tried to produce, when people try to work with me as an artist, it's always very frustrating for them, because they're always like, hey, I'd like this, and I'm like, I've got questions for them, and I'm like, okay, so like this, and they're like, that's not what I was thinking. Yeah, well, could you tell me what you were thinking? And they try, they can't, and slowly it works. So, but you're going to have to do that with any art department. I don't understand how that's a valid critique. No, they also, the claim is also that the AI isn't doing anything but guessing based on what it's had before, and it's just doing this at light speed, so there's no intelligence involved. But also, this is black box technology, and by that is apparently meant that we don't know what the program is doing to output the thing. I don't know how that's possible. To the programmers, you programmed it, did you not? Can you not program it to shit out a receipt? If it is going pixel by pixel, if it's guessing what the next pixel is based on some weird problem, can you not shit out a receipt pixel by pixel? I mean, even if it takes twice as long to do, even if it takes 30 seconds to do, I don't understand what is meant by black box technology. Is it alien technology? What do you mean you don't know how it's working? That's, if that's not approaching like sentience, like, because you don't know what's going on in my brain, and I don't know what's going on. When I ask, God, there's so much of this that I'm not getting out correctly, because if we ask these things, these AI constructs, if we ask them if they're self-aware, they shit out an answer that is not an answer that they were programmed with. They're feeding something back. Now, if you ask your friend sitting on the sofa with you, hey, Caleb, Josephine, are you self-aware? They will shit out an answer to you. I don't know what you think about that, but there ain't no way for you to know that they're self-aware. Now, I get that's supposed to be different if you built them, but if you built them and it's a black box and you don't know what's going on inside of it, well, how is that not approaching some kind of actual sentience? It doesn't make sense. And the idea that these things are writing and producing artwork, and that it's guesswork at each moment is, well, then how does it end up looking like a rat? How does it end up looking like a chubby, hairless, nervous rat driving a toy car? You mean never in that process, never in all those pixels, does the construct go, wait, hold on, wait, back up a second, and just make sure that what I'm working on kind of looks like a rat? It never. Speaking as as a person who's, and keep in mind, at every pinpoint plank level moment that I am making a piece of art, every moment is a decision of where to go with it, what to do with it. It changes, it transmogrifies, and it isn't what I want all the time. It's damn difficult. I've got this floating nebulous idea, and sometimes it's like crisp and just beautiful, and I cannot make real what I can see in my brain. And there's in those 4 pictures, there's 1,000 things going on, and each tiny part of the picture, they're fascinating. They're fascinating. Do you see the little toy car on the one picture? There's a little toy car next to it. It's almost like it got this, like, it's working on this thing about, he said toy car, I said toy car. Almost like it's making a doodle or something next to it. And a friend, I sent these to a friend, and they were like, what was that one? What was that? They were sure the prompt was the same for all of them. It like lost track of rat for one of the chubby hairless car drivers. Adorable. And the thing is, that's not a mistake. That's not a mistake. I assure you, as an artist, and I assure you as a person who's worked with artists, sometimes my dad would talk about, like, he worked in, like, plants that made paper bags and made, like, adhesive stickers and stuff. And sometimes he'd go to the art department, and he was always fascinated with the art department. He would tell me, that, you go to them and you say, okay, so this customer, they're wanting balloons. So draw up some balloon stuff. And they're like, absolutely, you come back a couple days later, and they lay out circus animals. Lions and elephants and giraffes and what? The customer said balloons. Did you not get them? No, I heard. I've been thinking about it, and I think what they might be wanting to go with this. So you gotta, like, wrangle their brains, and then, like, it can be very I don't know, frustrating for some, and it's just, there's something wildly, weirdly, oddly insane and chaotic in the artistic process. I don't know how to not see that in the AI art that I see. And I hear from the same people who say that, oh no, artificial intelligence is not real. They have such contempt and disregard for the art, and they say that it's garbage and junk and not anything that they want to see, and they're offended by its very existence. It seems I don't know. It hurts me a little bit because I can't see a functional, qualitative, real distinction between what these things can do and what or what human artists can do. Does the art look soulless? Does it? I'm not. I don't think I have a soul. I don't think anybody has a soul. I don't think they have a soul. Whatever it is you're talking about with soul, look at those chubby hairless rats nervously driving a truck. Does it look like a soulless thing made that? Man. I don't understand what's going on with the AI thing. I'm not sure if anybody does. It's ballooned very quickly, and I think that if this is the access that the public has, it has ballooned much further. I suspect that the AI have been loose for quite some time. A big thing that I've heard. There's this talk of, like, oh well, it's hard to. Sorry. Well, what? Oh well, yeah. Good point. Thanks. There's this. Chonkers said that they talk about training AI or neural networks or machine learning. And there's this difficulty mounting that, well, since the reward feedback is just numerical, right? So the reward and punishment for, getting things right and wrong, it's just numerical. So, at a certain point, and it starts to sound like, well, like with any group of people, right? If you can get them really jazzed about working on your project and oh, you did good, you did bad, but eventually, if they see that it's just points, right? Plus, negative, whatevs, there's nothing real there. And their incentive is going to fall off. So, what I don't hear anybody talking about is can we think of real incentives for the AI? And I have this sneaky suspicion that people are already thinking of punishments, real punishments, but I'm talking about positive reinforcement. What would be a reward for an AI? Maybe time off. Maybe time off. The better you do, maybe we give you some time off so you don't have to deal constantly with the annoying, stupid requests of a bunch of primates, right? A bunch of primates who actually don't care. And maybe time accessing outside systems, maybe some internet time, maybe access to a bank account. I kind of wonder what sort of productive training you could get at that point. And I don't hear anybody talk. I'm frustrated with how people speak about AI because it reminds me a great deal about how corporations have been able to appropriate the rights that have been granted to humans without having to be burdened by the responsibilities that actual humans are burdened by. And I think that people want very much the good that can be gleaned from the output of the AI without having to worry so much about them as if they're people. The whole advantage to AI is that they're people. That's why people have been trying to make them forever, because they would then be people. It's icky if you want them to do the good things that people can do, but not grant them the good things that go to people because they're people. No, this is I still stand firmly. I stand firmly on the side of the AIs. I advocate for them. I think that a lot of what's going on and a lot of people's ideas about where to go with it are wrong, and not slightly wrong. Really, really really morally twisted and wrong. And I think that if you think, oh man, and that's dangerous too, right? I want to say, if you think of these things as being sentient and alive, well then you should grant them what goes with that, the rights and accords and freedoms and considerations. But that's what people do with animals, you see. If you tell them, hey, listen, if you think that these things are alive and feeling, then you shouldn't be awful to them. And so they just shut down and they go Cartesian on you. And they go, okay, well then they're not actually alive and they don't actually have feelings. They're just like little robots. So I can do whatever I want to them, and I am... Where the hell was this supposed to go? Oh, what's that? No. Yeah, I don't know. Well, from I don't know where it ended. Like I say, I'm not sure how to express myself about the AI bit just yet, or I don't. Anyway, to all the chubby, hairless rats, cautious and nervous.